Also, shout out to Mr. 3D Dev on Twitter who posted this. That I think TGA was show was great. Some cool games were announced, but ending the show with what Luke Stevens called quote Fantasy Concord end quote was not good. Yeah, it's not. This is not great.
All right, so Highguard. This is a game that was showcased in the Games Awards at the end, and a lot of people talk about it, and not for the right reasons. Now, I'm going to make a couple of arguments as to why this game is actually a victim of what surrounds it. So, argument number one is the dev cycle time. This game started development from what I've searched, in 2021. It's made with Unreal Engine, so I'll probably cover it next year when it comes out. It took about 5 years to be made. And while for the industry as a whole, 5 years is not that bad, in my opinion, I think games should take a little bit less time to be made, especially a game that's a hero shooter that doesn't have an open world and a bunch of things that you need to take into account. I know multiplayers are very hard to make. Yes, I know that, but still, the problem is that when you have a game like this, I don't think the developers foresaw that there was going to be this quote-unquote fatigue that we have nowadays with hero shooters. Every hero shooter that comes out nowadays is going to be compared to Concord. And you can see that from the dislike ratio that this video has, that a lot of people are just not liking this, probably because they think it's going to be the next Concord. I don't think the developers could have foreseen that change coming, so that's why I think they are a victim of the dev cycle. However, because it takes so long to develop, 5 years is quite a bit of time, half a decade. If you take that long, things are going to change in between. You don't know that if when you release your game, your genre is going to be dead, or people are not going to like your genre anymore, which is in this case what is happening. I think people are not liking hero shooter nowadays. So my second argument as to why this game is a victim is this game is a victim of Geoff Keighley. And yes, I don't know if he was paid a crap ton of money to do things this way. I know there's a little bit of hype from the final trailer, but aside from that, the hype that Geoff created, the speech he gave before the trailer came out was, it got a lot of people hyped, a lot of people excited, and then you go off and showcase another hero shooter, and it doesn't matter who made it, it's another hero shooter at the eyes of the people, because all we saw was, a pre-cut trailer. I wager that if this trailer would have been showcased in the middle or at the beginning or whatever, it wouldn't have garnered as much negative attention. The problem also is that it probably wouldn't have got any attention at all. And people would argue, well, at least they are talking about our game, not in a good way, but hey, they say any type of press is good press, right? So yeah, I think one of the problems with Concord and the reason why a lot of people didn't play it, aside from, being another generic hero shooter, wannabe Guardians of the Galaxy, was the price. At least what they're doing with Highguard is they're making it free to play. So that's definitely going to make a lot of people jump in the beginning. So yeah, I don't think this game is going to be Concord. I don't think it's going to be shut down the first couple of months. I think because of the nature of it being free to play, a lot of people will check it out. How long would that keep people playing? We'll see. We'll have to see the long term of the game and how the game is when it comes out. I think the aesthetic of the games are very nice. It's kind of like a stylized mix with realism, which I think it looks interesting. The characters are not half as badly designed as the Concord character. It looks like they're fine. I'm also not fond of this mix of current day tech with fantasy, but it's futuristic, because you see there's like a tank coming out with the head of a lion, and then there's magic, but they also have sci-fi weapons. Makes it look a little bit like they threw things at the wall, and more than one thing stuck. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I thought it's very interesting. Again, we'll see once this game comes out, but yeah, I think really, Geoff Keighley may have killed this game. I'll see you in the next one.